Yeah, good positive of the game. We had 23 assists and 8 turnovers. That's really good, and we forced 23 turnovers. So when you can have 23 assists and force 23 turnovers, you're probably going to be successful in the game. So proud of the guys for that. First half weren't very tight defensively. Thought our depth played a factor in the game. Same story, different day. If you followed us for years, we kind of get our thing going in the second half there. We scored 63 points in the second half, which was great. So I thought they played good. You got to give them credit the first half. I mean, we did everything we could out of sheet that just showed all their wins through the years. You know, they beat us here in 18, I believe, 18-19 season they beat us. And then a couple years later, we beat them by 3, 58-55. So we were really enforcing that to our guys, like, hey, these guys have done it here before, and they were close last time, so they're right down the road. We expected to see their best shot, and I thought that first half they gave it to us. Thinking that mix, they'd beat Florida in 2022 and just had a lot of success. So they're Warriors. They win their league. They're well coached. So credit to them, and but credit our guys for continuing to share the rock, doing what we do, keep leaning on them, and ran away with it in the second half.
Yeah, speaking of that, it's not like y'all had a bad. I mean, I had 41 points in the first half, but what launched it? You know, how did y'all, or what do you think was the launching pad for what happened in the second half?
Yeah, you know, I think that a product of how we play is that we use a lot of guys. We play really fast. We play like this all the time. That hopefully we can keep leaning on another team so that their defense breaks down in the second half more and more and more. And hopefully we have enough depth that we're coming in there and we're strong and we're able to get to the paint more, be fresh, and get out in transition. And I think that happened in the second half. I think I don't know the first half turnovers. I think we forced more turnovers in the second half, assuming. But I think the fatigue was a factor. Our depth was a factor.
What did you just kind of tell them at halftime as you guys had finally kind of recaptured the lead going into the half?
You know, the last thing I told them before we even came out for the game was adversity. Totally expect this to be a close game to the last 4 minutes. And what happens, I've been on the other side of this at Sanford, right? We've gone and beat Ole Miss and Oregon State, and we felt their pressure, right? Or when we almost beat Kansas and then say turn, we felt their pressure when I was at Sanford because it's like, let's try not to lose. And I told our guys before we walked out for the game, hey, psychologically prepare yourself that in the last 4 minutes we're going to have to make game-winning plays to win this game. You got to go play to win. Don't play not to lose. And if we come out on the wrong end of one of these, we come out on the wrong end of it. But we got to play to win. So that's the same deal we said. It's nothing we didn't expect, right? Said expect to go to the end with it and make game-winning plays. Don't get tight. And so they played loose, played well.
How's Rashawn doing, and just did you have to get anything done to him?
Yeah, he's at the ophthalmologist getting looked at right now. So hopefully, get that thing fixed. I was joking with our staff. You ever seen the movie The Waterboy? Back in the day when Mom was sick, and he said, I can't play, Mom's sick. And the guy said, well, wake her up. We got a game to win. So I was joking about Sean and said, hey, man, sew him up. We got a game to win on Sunday, joking around. So hopefully they'll get him right.
Coach, you played against Texas Southern the past 3 years when you were at Sanford. Do you think their familiarity with the system kind of played a role in that first half? Maybe,
I mean, they've obviously helped to play teams several times. Johnny's a good coach. I mean, he's been coached in our league. He knows what he's doing. So they're organized. They did a good job of doing what they're trying to do.
How much do you and the guys want to get to 100 points?
I don't think about it, because I'm trying to get to 120 points. That's my mindset. So I don't really think about 100.
Pop got the start tonight. Just how do you continue to see him progress early in the season? You said the other day, it's kind of using this as practice.
Yeah, just keep using this and keep getting his game feel back. Had one turnover there, but other than that, I thought he played really good basketball. One turnover's not bad. I'm just saying, like, he's just getting that feel back. I mean, and overall, really good game. I don't think unless you played the game of basketball at this level, how impressive it is for a kid to sit out essentially a whole year and come back and even be able to, function. I mean, that is really hard. Basketball is such a skill game. I mean, it's like golf. You can't just take a year off and be good. And so I think he's further ahead than I thought he'd be. We wanted to get him about 2 to 3 more minutes this game. We got him that, and hopefully he can keep increasing his load as we go forward.
Oklahoma State on Sunday. Just what do you know about them, and just what you're hoping to see from your guys who go on the road for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a quad one game, so it'll be a really tough game. I know they went to the exhibition and beat Auburn pretty good in Alabama. I know that. So I'm running away with the game last night, but it'd be a great win for us. I mean, it'd be an incredible win. So I know that, they had some guys out that I think are going to be back for the game. They play really fast, top 15 pace in the country. I expect to be a really up-tempo game. It's going to take one of our, our best efforts, and we're going to have to really dial in and overcome a lot to make it happen, like you would any quad game. Yep.
What did you think about Federico, and Ollie?
Yeah, Fetty was great. You look at the plus minus, he was plus 36. So when he was in the game, we won by 36. Ollie's good when he plays hard enough. He's got to play a lot harder at this level. Just got to keep working, keep playing harder. And when he does that, he's a really good player. But you just can't at this level, can't go 90%. So he's working his way into the system of being able to go hard 100% all the time. And I think when he does that, he's a very effective player.
How many times have you had a guy have plus 36, especially with the volume of minutes he played?
Yeah, I know. He was great. I mean, he impacted so many things at the rim. He doesn't get a lot of credit. You look at his stat line, but he's one of the best ball screen defenders there is. He can get out there, he can switch, he can affect shots. So he's good. And then the other thing with Fetty, he understands his role on offense. It's easy for players to play around him. He never does anything he shouldn't do, and he's constantly thinking, how can I get other players open? And he's got quick feet, so he's quick in and out of pick and roll. We run a lot of pick and roll stuff, so he's quick feet in and out of those. Can't really teach that. You can't. I had a kid that I used to coach at Sanford who was really good, right? And the same thing. And it's just something you can't teach. And we saw that when we recruited him. He'd be an elite ball screen defender and really good offensively in and out of pick and rolls.
We all set? All right.
Thank y'all for covering, guys.